Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Many people in non-Muslim countries make a big deal to make sure the food products such as bread and milk they buy from the stores labeled kosher. Can these kosher products really be considered halal? And is this a situation where eating something that is kosher is better than something that is non-kosher?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Holy Prophet ﷺ had said, you can eat with the Jews and you may sleep in a Christian's house. There's so many secrets to that. We're not going to enter that too much now. Just that it is allowed now for us to eat what the Bani Israel, the Jews, they are eating. That is allowed. If there is halal food, then halal is better, of course. If you say, now I would rather eat something that is kosher than something that is non-kosher, I'm saying you are free to eat whatever you want to eat. I cannot force you. But at the same time, be very careful, because in these days everything is hazy, everything is confused, and everything is mixed up. Don't get too excited just because you see something kosher or something halal for that matter, or even something organic, to say, oh, this is really 100% good and I must chase after it. Because so many times, there's so many loopholes to everything, isn't it? They say free range. According to the law, free range means, for example, the chicken can come out within a certain square area, say 2 by 3 square foot. I'm exaggerating, but I'm delivering a point. For say 2 hours a day, if he comes out walking around in that area for 2 hours a day, that's considered free range. In that terminology, it's considered free range. Something is like this considered organic. But in your mind, free range means, oh, chicken means they free whole day, going everywhere. Like our chickens here, right? Free, going to the barn, going to the road. It shouldn't be in the road. Yeah, really, going to the house when we're having dinner outside, coming to pack. That's free range. Our chickens, they're very happy. We think that's what free range, but according to the industry, free range means something else. But they're not going to go out to tell people, hey, free range means they get locked up for 22 hours, only 2 hours they get free sunlight. They're not going to say that, of course. Same thing with organic, same thing with halal, same thing with kosher. So don't get too excited about such things. Because now we have to be very careful too. There are certain things in kosher, it is not halal. According to halal, the certain principles of halal, now the food that we eat, it cannot have any pork in it, isn't it? Is there any loophole with that? It cannot have anything from the pig, isn't it? But according to kosher, it's something else. There may be so many different laws because there's so many different kushrite laws also. Ultra-Orthodox is something else, Orthodox is something else, kosher, so many, like the industry. Free range means something else, organic means something else, natural means something else, halal means something else. But according to the kushrite laws, even something, because Jews, they don't eat pigs, correct? That is open. They don't eat pork. Good. But according to their law, if a certain pork product, for example, oil, lard, goes through a certain temperature, chemically something happens, they say, and it makes that lard now to become kosher. It is still lard, but it becomes kosher. And there's so many imams also agreeing to this, jumping on, say, yeah, that's right, because it goes this and it becomes. So we have to be very careful with that. Am I recommending that you eat kosher instead of non-kosher food? I'm not recommending you anything. I'm saying be smart. If you think that product there is what it says it is, and it is good for you, eat it. If you think that product there is hiding something from you and is not good for you, there is a doubt, stay away from it. Because now, so many Muslim butchers also, they're saying it is halal. But halal doesn't mean now just to take a knife and to run through the animal and to say, Bismillahi Allahu Akbar. That is not halal. That's not the beginning or the end of the halal. Like we've said so many times, even during the Qurban, Zabiha, for Qurban, for the sacrifice of the Eid, so many butchers, they don't even have wudu. And they're making the Qurban, they have cigarette in their mouth, blood is everywhere. Animal, they cut with a very blunt knife, is not fully finished cutting, blood not coming out. They snap the neck, isn't it? That is not halal. So now there's so many other laws now attached to that. Come to the Osmali Dargah, we eat halal, alhamdulillah. But for you to get fully this benefit, you also have to change your lifestyle a little bit. So, do I recommend that you eat kosher? I recommend that you eat clean. In the event that you cannot eat something clean, because kosher is also very expensive, by the way. It costs, I think, 4 times more. You have to know that. Even I have some Jewish friends, sometimes, years ago, they're saying, yeah, it's very hard on our pocket too. Yeah. Yeah. So, I recommend that you eat clean. Make sure that the animal there, or the produce there, it is beneficial for you. In the situation where you cannot find it, or where you are tight for choice, very important for you to make a prayer. Say, Ya Rabbi, this is as much as I can do. Forgive me and make this what I'm eating to benefit me physically and spiritually. Because here we're not only looking at something that is physically beneficial to you. Food has an impact on your spirit. What if, for example, you're saying you're eating something halal, but the animal has been raised in a completely forbidden way. The animal is abused, the animal is overfed, the animal is treated very badly, which is so many commercial animals now treated that way. Now you cut the animal in the condition where it is going through a conveyor belt. I've seen also in some so-called Muslim countries, it's going through the conveyor belt, the chickens, and there is a knife there, and a recording that says Bismillah Allahu Akbar, Bismillah Allahu Akbar. And the animal is just going like this. And some of them didn't even cut, and immediately they're thrown into the scalding hot water to be plucked alive, but it's halal, stamped halal there. Now you will eat it, but the animal has rights too. The animal is going to ask for its rights. The animal is created for us to eat, that animal, for instance, but is not created for us to treat it cruelly, and will ask for its rights on the Day of Judgment. That time when you eat that animal, you think is not going to have any effect on your spirit? Yes, it does. You're not going to become better. You're going to become worse. You're going to have a love for cruelty. You're going to have a love for dunya, because the food also comes with it certain things. isn't it? That's why certain products that we are not recommending people to eat too, or to drink, because there are certain things that are there. Maybe people with bad intentions, they made it and they put a prayer there. So, oh, coincidence. There's nothing coincidental. There's no such thing as coincidence in Islam. So maybe there are prayers being said over the food, intentionally or unintentionally. Here we're talking about intentions coming from the heart, whether you're doing it consciously or not. Then that goes into the food and you eat it, and now it starts changing your spirit. You become more cruel. You have more love for the dunya. You love capitalism. All wrong things. So many things now. So we have to be careful now. It's not labels that we're looking at. Find a good, clean, humane way. Products, produce, animals and vegetables, whatever, for you to eat. If you cannot, ask Allah to protect you, to forgive you. Recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim 21 times over that product that you buy from the supermarket. Awliya Allah can take care of the rest. But of course, I'm not recommending you buy something haram. That's not what I'm saying. That's as much as we can, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.